So hi and welcome to a new episode of Resilient Voices. And with me in the studio today, we're going to meet a very exciting guest. Her name is Olga, and you get to know her and meet her here in her story. So enjoy and welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Jessica. First of all, I would like to thank you for this invitation and opportunity to be here.
Yeah.
I'm very excited, and I hope that story that I will share helps women.
Yes, because thank you. And I'm so happy to have you here, Olga. And we have met, you and I, before, so I know a bit about your story, and I'm sure that's going to inspire a lot of women out there, because that's the mission and the purpose of this podcast, to share our stories and with that story inspire and inspire other women to see that there is something on the other side of difficult situations, and that we're not given more than we can handle. Is that right?
So
with that said, then, Olga, so if you want to just give us a short background of like where you come from, who you are, and maybe just jump in wherever you feel like, but a bit of a background about you.
Okay. So my name is Olga, as you already told. I'm from Ukraine. What can I say about myself? I'm an economist, I'm a discoverer, I'm a dreamer, and I think I'm quite resilient person from what I can experience after some years of my life. Of course, after receiving an invitation from you, I was thinking, what will I share? What story of my life I want to introduce, and what will be probably more inspiring to all women who listen to this podcast. And that is why, as my life experience is quite interesting, and I already lived a lot, I decided that I will give some overview about something that I already lived and went through. But then I would like, because what I have noticed, that in each difficult situation or something that we need to overcome, the resilience, it's much or less the same. So like the actions and what you feel and how you go through whatever it is, it's much or less the same. So maybe it's better if I'm not be concentrated only in one situation of my life, but I will just tell about all that I lived, and then maybe tell how I went through, because how I went through, it was much or less the same each time. And each time it was a little bit easier, of course.
Yeah, because that's what I want to come to. It gets easier. But maybe, Olga, do you have that one big, moment that really threw you into a different course of life, that changed you a lot, that was really, so I mean, because for most of us, we've gone through more than one situation, but maybe it was just those one thing that that really changed the trajectory of your life, or who you are, or how you see yourself, or could that be?
Well, probably, but I can't say that it was only one thing that have changed my view for life or my path of personal development and resilience, because I started to face some quite challenging situations from childhood.
Okay.
When I was not even understanding what I was experiencing, actually. So, and then because of this, of course, I went through some other experiences. It was obvious that I would get them. So I just can tell that, I passed a lot of years going through some quite challenging experience that needed my resilience to keep moving, till I came to the point when I understood that I could not continue like that. So I needed to change. But if to name these experiences, some of them, for example, of course, it's a family story. Then I had some traumatical relationships, like some psychological abuse. Of course, I had some. So it was all obvious that I was going through this because I was already like shaped to get all that from my childhood. So, and once all this way, I was holding the pain in myself. I did not know how to live through these emotions. I didn't know how to work with emotions. Of course, it wasn't something common in ambient where I was living. So I found my way. I was putting everything inside, of course. So I was holding all pain inside each time. And sure, with each situation occur, I was getting more and more pain.
Yeah.
And once I reached the point where I could not really hold already that pain.
It becomes like a pressure cooker eventually, isn't it? That
True.
you can hold it, and eventually it will something must happen because there's no room for any more pain to stay within that container.
Because now, of course, after many years of a lot of practices, I know that my emotional capacity already finished the time, so I could not hold anymore. I really needed to do something if I wanted to survive, literally, because this pain, although many years I was considering, and I still consider myself quite strong person, but sometimes strength, it's not about being strong. It's about asking for help.
Yeah.
It's about allowing yourself to cry. It's all about allowing yourself to be weak.
Yeah, and I would like to reframe that. It's about being vulnerable, isn't it?
True.
Because I think that it's to be weak, to be vulnerable, is actually a strength. And it takes courage to step into that.
Exactly.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, completely.
Yeah.
Completely. Most of the years I wasn't thinking about it like this, but only after long path of self-discovery and learning, I can say that the real strength is vulnerability. I really think it's like this. So when I hit that point, I was already in quite a difficult health condition because the thing is when we hold pain in ourselves and we think that we don't feel it and we can do everything for not to feel it because, for example, in my case, I went to work a lot, I was going into sport, I was going into studies, I was going in 100 activities just to not have time to think about that pain, for it not to appear in my life. But it was always there. It was always there. And not just being there, but shaping my body, shaping my life, shaping my choices.
Yeah.
So it was ruling my life, actually. All things that I was not solving or I was running from, they were there, influencing really everything what was happening in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
It took some years for me to get there, but but now I can tell that it was like this. So when I really got very big health problems, because when person lives in continuous stress, of course, body will react one day. And in my case, as I was not noticing things that my body was showing me, so body decided that it will disconnect almost everything that is possible for me already to see that something is going on and I need to pay attention. So in my case, it was hormonal system and stomach. And I almost could not eat without taking medicines. So after a lot of tests, after a lot of exams, doctors told that there were no any reason but stress.
Yeah.
So and no medicine will help me. It's what they told that okay, you can take now, but you can take it forever. You need really to change your mindset. You really need to change your life. You need to think about it. You need to find answers.
Yeah.
You need really to analyze. So in that in
So
that
you were
condition-
living it with a very stressed nervous system that you were
Yes.
constantly in. I mean, there was like the cortisol, the stress hormone was just had like taken over your body, your system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this what I also would like to to tell, because probably some people are not aware. We really need to be very attentive because this cortisol, it doesn't appear immediately. It accumulates, and of course, with continuous stress, it accumulates more and more, and then you reach the point, and then you can't lower it anyhow. It's really with time, if you're lucky,
Yeah.
it will stabilize.
Yeah.
So people really need to understand that sometimes avoiding something or putting something like inside, probably they're changing something forever that will stay like this. And the house, it's something that the most precious that we have.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
So-
without health, what can we do really?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but I heard say that it takes about as long time to, or the double the time to get out of this, actually to heal your body when it's been in such a reactive, when you actually poison your body with cortisol, because that's really what you do. You overflood, you flood your system with the cortisol. And then it takes like at least double the time. So if you've been living like this for like 5 years, count on that it takes about 10 years to actually, with active practice or to change that. Is that, how did that look for you? Did it,
I think yes, maybe it's a little bit better if to speak about me, but I lived like this much or less 30 years. So it was quite a lot of years. But then when I understood that I really need to change everything,
like everything?
everything really, and I understood that many years already went, so I need to be quick. If I want still to get life I always wish to have, but could not have because of obvious reasons, I need really to be quite quick. Of course, now I don't want to put people with idea that you need to force yourself. Each one has its own timing, and you really need to listen to yourself and to condition of psychological system, because sometimes really to be quick can be damaging, yes, and can cause some bad effects. So it's very personal, it's very individual approach. But what I did, I was very lucky, I think, because at the time my best friend was studying psychology, and she started to share with me some articles and speak with me, because of course they can't do consultation with friends, but she already gave me some points that took me on my first steps, because before I wasn't even considering psychology like an instrument that can help me. I thought that I can handle everything by myself.
Yes, like that. Like you think when you're in that,
Yes, but I needed to understand that I can't handle myself. It was not easy in my case, because I was handling all by myself for many years. So. And then, in my case, I went to a lot of practices. I was testing, I was learning, I was doing art therapy, I was doing tantra practices that helped me very much with my body, because when you hold a lot of pain inside, you start to create blocks in your body, and you don't feel already that much, and your body is like a little bit separate from you. So it's all processes that takes a lot of time for them to appear, but then you really need to understand how to find the appropriate way for them to start to work again.
So when you talk about the Tantra practice, that's a somatic practice or practice, or what? How? I don't know if everyone knows what a Tantra practice is. If you want to share it,
Of course, sure, yes.
Yeah.
There are different practices. Basically, Tantra practice that I was doing, it's more, of course, in groups. It's breath practice and some body practices that helps you to release this tension that can be inside you. Because, for example, in my case, as I was holding everything and being very strong, I wasn't even crying for more than 10 years. I was not allowing myself to cry. I wanted to cry, of course, because I had a lot of reasons for that. But I thought I always needed to be strong.
Yeah.
And when first time I was doing, I even have goosebumps now when I'm saying, because when I went the first time to Tantra practice, and it was completely something different from my view of world and practices that I would do before. But I was searching for answers, and I wanted to help myself, to get from where I was. So when in the middle of practice, I just started to have tears in my eyes that were just going without me crying. I felt something fantastic, that something like make me feel completely light. Something heavy just felt from my heart. And that time I understood that I can allow myself be vulnerable, really, and it's okay. And it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, beautiful sharing. So that's when you actually connected with, you connected your body, mind, soul, I would say, or?
Yeah, I think that it was really first moment when I reconnected. Because, of course, when I was a child, I think I still was connected for some time. But yes, it was really the time when I reconnected. And I can say that it was a moment that I never experienced in my life till that time. It was completely amazing.
Wow, that sounds beautiful. That sounds amazing. So it opened up a bit. It opened up a bit, and just made you realize that there's something more to be found here. It's so you start to do more of that work then.
Yes, I started to do more of that work because I already knew that I need to change a lot in myself. Actually, I needed to rewrite everything. Almost everything, because yes, we with years and with our life, we usually create some programs, or we leave some programs from our family, even unconsciously. Yes, this also exists. And I understood that I really need to choose my path, and not just to choose, I need to create it by myself. And this was also one of my big inspirations when I understood that I can create it.
Wow. Was that scary, or did you just feel like that was like, wow, I can do this? How did it make you feel, that realization?
Very good question. From one side, I was really overwhelmed and inspired because really? Yeah, I could do it. Really, it was possible to do it like this.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I had some moment of thinking how many years already passed. And I could do it already. But I don't advise to think about this, because we all need to go through some experiences to achieve that point.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when I started to create, I was scared because I needed to do everything how I never did.
Yeah, it's completely new. You have to
Completely new.
relearn. You have to open up to something completely new, because the familiar was no longer serving you. And
True.
yeah, so it's like a new chapter, a completely new chapter, with you open up a new blank page, didn't you?
It's complete reborn, and you like start from the beginning, from your first day, and each day, even not each day, each minute, you are choosing how you will be, because you don't want to be like it was. You want to open your heart. Yes, for example, because my heart was quite, I can't say that it was closed, no, but for some things it was really closed.
Yeah.
I was not allowing people to go deeper, because I was trying to save myself.
Yeah.
I knew that I could not hold more pain.
Yeah.
So I was...
So you're close to protect yourself.
Yeah.
But also what happened then when you do close yourself, it is you do not connect with the source energy of love, don't you? It's
Exactly. This is also was one of things that I found out, because you don't just close your heart from pain, you close your heart for everything.
yeah.
For joy, for love, for wonderful moments, for wonderful experiences. And then in the end, okay, yes, of course, it's life, and we keep experiencing pain, because pain it makes part of our life. Sometimes it exists. But there are so many other wonderful emotions to experience.
Yeah.
So, yes, it was quite big discovery for myself.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Because I think it is, isn't it, that I don't know what your thoughts about this and you that listening, but I do completely believe that we've chosen to be in this life, to experience life, with the challenges that we get them, because we've chosen to grow and expand and really try on this human experience, but then we can't just have those difficult experiences, but the rest, and just expand to that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
True.
Yeah.
Even I feel some magic around,
Yeah.
magic moment around here.
So this was how long ago you started to do this work with yourself?
When I was 30.
And so
Now I have 40.
you have 40, so you've done this for 10 years now. Yeah.
So when I was 30, I started this
Yeah.
path. And I need to tell that, of course, from first, it was really like, of course, big work, and it's quite painful work, because you need to meet with all your parts, and not always you're ready to meet with them, and not all parts you can like. Yes, but it's the way, it's the only way that can be.
Yeah.
And of course, first years were not easy, because the most important that you need to forgive.
Yeah.
And
who do you need to forgive? Or what?
I would not make this list, because it was quite long. But I just want to tell that it took a lot of time for me to forgive.
Yeah.
I thought I would never do it, actually. Because you not just need to forgive, you need to switch to state of gratitude.
Yeah.
And it was a long path. It was long conversations with myself, trying to understand. But then I understood one thing, that first, there are questions without answers, that probably we don't need to keep asking ourselves, because all people are different, and we never get what is in the other person's mind. And intentions, and what were the reasons of that, because of course there were some reasons, maybe from their past. And
Yeah, yeah. Can I just add that? Because when you start to forgive others, you have to work with your own forgiveness as well. Like you forgive yourself for everything. But would you say that you forgive yourself for? I mean, for whom do you forgive others and yourself?
For whom?
Yeah, for whom?
Um,
Because you don't forgive others because for their sake. You forgive others for you, right?
of course.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think that's quite often mistaken that that if you've done something to me and I just like I forgive you so you can get peace and quiet. It's like no. I forgive you so I can get peace, so I can move on, and that's a really important piece about in forgiveness. I think that we do forgive others. That they could not do better, that they didn't have the tools or resources for there was a reason for why they did what they did. But you do forgive them so you can get peace of mind, so you can move on in your life, right?
True.
Yeah.
No, exactly. You do it for yourself, not for other people,
Yeah.
because that offense is inside, and it's like intoxication to body. So it's literally like intoxication that grows there. Yes, and when usually we get sick or something, we drink a lot of water to lower intoxication. Yes, and to stop it. So, and with offenses, it's the same. We hold it, and we are hurting ourselves. We don't hurt other person. We don't actually. The person probably already forgot even.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
other is carrying and inside and this pain. So this is the first step that needs to be done. Not easy step.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy that I could reach really the state of gratitude, really pure gratitude, sincere, without any emotional negative spark in myself, to speak about everything and to understand. And then it is interesting because when you start to make this inner work, at first it's very difficult, then you start to see first results. Oh, you really feel yourself differently in the world. You communicate differently with people. You see other people from different side. And of course, you build your self-esteem from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes, that also is very important. And then watching these small steps and these really tiny achievements, but from other side, they are huge achievements of yours, because it's something completely new that you're entering. After some years, you get to the point where you can stop learning and discovering, because it's so magical. When you are open to new knowledge, to discover yourself, and through yourself you're discovering others, it improves all spheres of your life, all, really. And it's you really can experience it, you see it, and it's so beautiful to see. Because, for example, from if to speak about myself, I remember how it was before, and I know how it is now.
Yeah.
And I'm the same. I'm the same with new version of myself, but situations are the same. People are the same. But how it goes, it's completely different way.
Yeah, and as well, I think how you feel. Is that right?
It's right.
Yeah, that lightness that you discover through that tantra practice is still, that's what takes up your feelings and emotions now more anyway, I would say. Or
yes, I would say because I'm doing so many practices, because I think that each person needs to discover his or her own way and practice that will help more. But if to speak about Tantra, it helped me very much really to with my emotions, to start to feel again.
Yeah.
Because I already reached the point when I was not feeling almost nothing.
That's I mean, we are, I mean, this with feeling and I mean, the physical touch, the emotions, everything. We are beings that are really, that's important for our well-being, isn't it? So being in a place, I just really understand how you were in a place where you just really, your system broke down and you completely closed. And then that just sort of that little change, that those tears that came and that emotion that would open up for you, just changed everything. So it feels like that is the defining moment for you, where you just like, wow.
It was even now, because it was already some years ago, even now when we are speaking about it and I'm getting back to it in my memories, I remember how I was laying on the floor, because that practice you really lay on the floor and you work. And I was just laying with my eyes open. I was not crying, like literally crying, but tears were really going from my eyes. And there were so many that I think that they were all that 10 years that I was not crying, that they were really relieving. And it was amazing moment, moment that of course, I will remember all my life.
Yeah. Wow. So except from the tantra practices and the deep work, because you started to curate your life, not just create, but I think that it sounds like you had a blank canvas, so you curated a new life for yourself. So that was part of the practice. And then what happened after that when you started to get more and more aware? Because now I know we're sitting here in the studio in Portugal, so I know that you actually live here now. So there started a process, and it took you somewhere. Do you want to just elaborate a bit?
The process took me, yes, probably. Probably it's a very wonderful question, even for myself, to answer it. Really,
Yeah.
yes, because I always felt that I wanted to help people, but from really early ages. But I never could understand how could I do it, actually. So I was questioning myself, but nothing was coming to my mind. And I became economist and was helping people other way. But during my life, I was experiencing and overcoming a lot of situations that for now, I can tell that I succeeded. Really, I am very grateful for this personal development path that I made, and as much time I was searching for answers for myself, I was finding answers for others. Yeah. I always had some deeper sensibility for people, but sometimes we feel, but we can't explain what we feel or what it is. And this searching for answers for myself took me to understand more other people, and even, of course, sometimes to help with what I know from my experience. So this all path took me, and actually now I'm in this process that also needs a lot of my resilience of transferring from one profession to other, because I'm a project manager and always was working in economical field. But this part of helping people, it never left, actually. I was not just... so now I'm becoming kind of a profession that can help people, and for now it's astrology that I also found because of me, because as I already knew a lot of things about myself, I decided that I would also discover this part, because it was something that I did not know a lot, and actually, to tell the truth, I wasn't really trusting and believing in it much.
Yeah, but skeptical about
Yes,
that.
very skeptical, very skeptical.
Yeah.
If someone would tell me that I would find myself in astrology in some years, I wouldn't believe. So it was this skeptical, really. But I decided that I will go to professional school and I will learn to find answer for myself, to see how it is. And as soon as I went and started to analyze my map and analyze all other things that astrology allows us to analyze, and it's a huge world, I was getting goosebumps, literally, because many things that took me many years to get there and to understand, even about myself, I saw there. My challenges are there. My family story is there. It's there. All that I experienced till now, it's there, and it explains. So literally, it was there from time of my birth.
So that really, wow! Thank you for sharing that, because that really means that this was already, the path was laid out. You were meant to go through what you did go through in order to do and step into what you're doing now, right?
Yes, I was.
And that's powerful to get that confirmation.
It's extremely powerful, and I can say that good that I already prepared to see it and accept it. Because if I would not do this path of personal development and self-discovery and critical thinking about myself also, I would not realize and I would not pay so much attention to what I have found in astrology. So it can be, for now I want to tell that I think that astrology, and I believe it will become, it's one of very strong instrument for personal development, but only for those who are ready to see it. It's not about like, it's like this and you can't change nothing. It's opposite.
Yeah.
You see and you know that you can change.
And you know, one of the universal laws, it's the law of free will. So we do have that. Like you said also in the beginning with this, you started to make the choices, and every choice, every day, I mean, you can, if you choose this way, that will take you a different path. If you choose that, it will take you different. So we always have that.
True.
Yeah.
True. And the first phrase in astrology school was like, everything is in your hands. No matter what you see there, no matter what is written there, yes, it's written. Yes, it's something that you need to go through. But you decide how.
That's a big thing. So it means that you have all the power in your hands to curate and write your life story.
Yes, but still, for us, because and I now I want to share probably one thing that I found out also. It was from the book, and also it's connected with this part of astrology that I am sharing now. I read the book. It's Michael Newton, Journey of Soul. It's a scientific book from one psychologist who was making like travel to past lives for people, and he was putting notes. And I don't know, somehow he found a method that he could see that people have some intervals between lives where they are studying people, souls, where they are studying and they are preparing for a new life, and actually make agreements what they need to go through and why. Because we all need to go through something to become someone that we need to become.
Yes.
So of course, some situations, they are already there. The thing is how you go through them, how you find the way to go through them. And not it's like you really need to take responsibility, yours responsibility. Not like it's already written there, that is why I'm be the victim waiting for it to happen. And no, it's there. And I need to understand how I go through it.
Yeah. And what to make out of that. Because I think that's super important what you're saying, this with the victim mentality, the victimhood, that's not taking us anywhere, that keeps us stuck in the place. So if you'd gone into, when you were really, your whole system was collapsing, you could have gone into victim mode and just stay there and been miserable for the rest of your life, how long that may have been. But that was not your story, because you took action and really started to change it. Wow, that is so powerful, Olga. I'm so happy that you're sitting here and sharing this.
I'm very happy that you invited me, because, as I told, it's something that really helping people. And now I understand that sharing stories is what you're doing also. It really might help, because, of course, we all have access to all information now, yes? And we can find and read and discover everything. But I really truly believe that the same like people get hurt from other people, they can be healed from other people, the same. So why not to add this, like one more instrument for people, for a woman, and maybe for women and for men who are searching for answers. Sometimes they can just hear a story and start thinking, or recognize themselves, or just some phrase or word can lead them to start the path, and to feel the power. So I really think that it's very nice when people are sharing and not being afraid to be vulnerable, because it's something that can change the world.
Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely share that with you. I think that for me, for myself, I just like, if I don't share my story and my knowledge and my learning of all the situations that I've been given and gone through in my life, what's the point then? Because I think that we're here to support and help each other, and in the end, we're all one. We're all the same energy, and we're all creations of the universal force. And if we start to heal, then we will more and more will go to that journey and understand that that's the path, that we can heal. And I also think that we do heal, like you said. We get hurt by others in relationship with others, but also you can do a lot of healing yourself. But the main healing, I think, is also in relationship with others. Actually, and I think that is one thing as well. That's why I think that you go to a psychologist, or you like therapy, and you can sort of, you share your story, and that's a part of healing. But I also think that quite often there's like an emergent a situation where you really need to address the situation that you've been to. But I also believe that we have to start to really find the way. So how do I move on to let go and accept that this story, this situation doesn't define me, and say, thank you. Thank you for the learning. Thank you for all of this. And we do the work and move on, right?
True. And really, I think one of the most important things, it's what you told it, it's that this doesn't define me.
No.
It's not, because most of the time people really think that it defines them. And like this, they get a lot of influence on their self-esteem. So in the end, they really start to think that they deserve this kind of situation or deserve this kind of attitude, or they need to be in these, for example, relationships. Yes, sometimes people think about this. I think it's really very important to understand that it doesn't define you. It's really not about you. Somehow it's about, because it's showing you something.
Yes.
It makes you really like, but you get to that point only when you start work on yourself. Because when you are experiencing some like difficult experience, or if to speak about relationships, I think mostly people don't get there, that it's some things that show us what we need to think about.
Yeah.
Like, look.
Yeah. That is a mirror in a way, isn't it? That, yeah.
That is why I really think that for all experience of our life, no matter how painful it was, we need to be grateful, because this experience shaped us and made us who we are now.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely share that, because I've, like, one of my most painful experience in my life really shaped me to the person I am today, and made me see, a bit like what you shared, that I had to heal some childhood traumas in order to move into a new relationship, a healthy relationship, because I was attracting that wrong man in my life. That was and before that work is done, you're going to continue to attract that. So and you're going to continue getting the same. It's like the Groundhog Day, the movie. When he wakes up every Monday, and it keeps on being the same, and it will be the same until you actually get your butt out there and look in that mirror and say, yes, wow, this is a learning. I need to do something now. So I think that's super important to
True, and even more, it's not even repeating, it's getting worse.
Yes.
It's not, because of course if it just repeats, the person already used to it, and it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
But no, everything is very well thought. So next time it will be more difficult.
So yeah, if you don't listen, we will scream at you. It's like it starts with a little whisper, like, this feels a bit uncomfortable. This is not nice, but yeah, I can deal with this. And then all of a sudden, it will be like you get that big situation that you just really, this is it. Now you have to make some changes.
True.
So yeah.
And it's good really to have conscience on that, because life is very interesting. It will get really tougher and tougher situations. And the toughest can be really already very difficult to go through.
Yeah. So we've been talking about, really, you've like a lot of experiences in your life that really made that situation just overwhelming, that you could not cope anymore. And we talked about this with resilience, and then you start to change something in your life. But if what is resilience? Because you said something as well as that it becomes easier because of you accumulate some sort of experience in this. But what is resilience to you? What does that mean to you?
First, I think that resilience is actually a skill that you can develop.
Yeah.
It's very important to know. But for me, resilience, it's capability to accept and overcome challenges the best way possible. Believing in yourself, the same trust in the process, being grateful for experience you are overcoming. This one is tricky, but it needs to be there.
Yeah.
Without it, it will be more difficult. So I think it is because, as I told, and I already shared a little bit my point of view, everything that we are going through in our life is there for a reason. It needs to be there to put us to the path that we need to make. And actually what I found out, that the more tension situation brings, the more potential it releases after.
Wow.
It's easy to speak about it, yes, but of course it's not easy to overcome. It's not easy to be resilient. It needs a lot of inner work, wisdom. It needs to be in the present moment and appreciate what you have, whatever you have, even if it's something that almost nothing.
Yeah.
But it's really very deep work, but it's worth it because, yes, it helps next time to go through difficult challenges of life. I don't want to say that easier, but more conscious.
Yeah, and maybe it is also that the knowing that you've overcome so many things in your life so far, so you know that there is some gold on the other side of this, even though no one wants to go through this painful situation and where you're really you're hurt and you carry the pain. But then, just like you say, the awareness of that, okay, this is something that I need to go through, and I know, that's the wisdom, isn't it? I know that I will come out on the other side as a better person, as with something different with me. And also, I think the knowingness that nothing lasts forever. Everything, it's impermanent, isn't it? It's sort of...
Yeah, nothing is guaranteed. But I think that also what is very important in process of resilience is to live, not to forget to live, because while you are passing through some difficult situations, some challenges, most of the time we think, I will solve and then I will start to appreciate life, or I will solve and no. Really, yes, you are going through this difficult, challenging situation, and sometimes you don't know where it leads you to.
Yeah.
And that is why you really need to appreciate each day. Really, yes, you are solving and you are appreciating everything that you can, really. And even when we think that there is nothing to appreciate, and to be grateful for, and I already had these periods of my life several times.
Yeah.
I would suggest to write list of gratitude in the end of the day. First, it will be very difficult, yes, and you need really to write a full list, A4. You can stop there in one point, and you sit and you really write for what you are grateful for this day.
Yeah. So what could that be?
It depends. It can be the sun. It can be the food. It can be a good friend. It can be wonderful conversation.
Yeah.
It can be wonderful time with your dog or with your children, or it can be nice book because you had 10 minutes to read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it can be so many things that usually we are not thinking that we need to be grateful for,
Yeah.
but we need.
That's beautiful. So as I hear what you're saying, then, is that if we're going to talk about some advice, how you the tools that you've used, gratitude obviously is one of those, and actually work with that consciously. And we talk a lot about work, but I think it is work with a reward that you actually. So it's not really. It could be challenging work and hard work and difficult, but at the end, that's where the solution is, isn't it? Where you move on. So.
Yeah, it sounds like like a work, but actually I would say it's a path. It's a way, and yes, it's completely rewarding. It opens something that I can say about myself that I was not even expecting to experience. So it's completely different life, different vision, different emotions. Everything is different. I would say my life gained other colors that never had before.
Wow. So any other practice then? You talked about the Tantra practices. So when you've disconnected completely from your emotional body and your then you start to work with actually starting to feel again and starting to feel the sensations. And
Yes, and I also I can't say that only this practice. It's really helped me a lot to connect with body and emotions. Yes, it's really one. But I think I don't think I really sure that also that practices that I was doing like to let go of offenses, yes, to go to gratitude, they were preparing myself for this Tantra practice to be so opening. Because if I would just appear there without doing some work before, I don't think it would work so much. And actually, when I was having the tears, I was already conscious what was happening with me. So I was not just laying there having tears. I really knew what tears were there.
yeah,
I was like, finally, I will start to feel some relief. So they needed all that I was holding. It needed to go out.
So another practice that you really want to give to that helped you?
Helped me very much art therapy. Some practices, because art therapy is a whole world of practices, and I think that people can choose something for themselves, depends of what they are experiencing. Then what helped me a lot, and I will be always grateful for, and we still work sometimes, and each hour session I start with big gratitude, with tears on my eyes. It's like a psychologist, but she's psychologist, probably coach, something in between, because now all people have a lot of knowledge and they can implement on you the best way they can. And I was lucky because you need to meet your person. It's like in everything in life, yes, you need to meet your person for whatever. Yes. So I was lucky in that. I met my person from the first time. That was really nice, and she changed. She supported me a lot on my way, and I will be always grateful, because from what I had, like I arrived with some list.
Yeah.
It was quite big, and from what we could achieve, it's rarely happens. I really need to confess, rarely happens. So and of course it was my work also, because you can't just find someone and someone solves everything for you. No, someone will not solve anything for you. You need to solve. Yes, you need to be prepared.
But you can ask for help, like you did.
It is, because without understanding that you need help and ask for help, actually, nothing will move.
Yeah.
But to ask for help, in my case, it's one of the most difficult things in my life.
Yeah.
And I still, it's something that I still need to work on.
Yeah. But that's good, because it starts with awareness, doesn't it? So, yeah. Thank you so much. We're running out of time, as always. This time feels too short, but it might be an opportunity to come back and deepen this conversation. But just want to summarize really with what Olga, what you shared with us today, is that, I mean, it comes to a certain point where you cannot keep on going anymore if you don't listen to the signals, if you don't open up, if you don't start to crack open. Then your body will tell you, and it will first whisper, and then it will actually scream at you. And then you just have to do the work, like for you. So I think that's a super, super important message. And as well, I really find what you said about this with the astrology, how you were open to actually invite something new in your life, and how that also made you understand that everything that happened in your life really was for a reason, and that it was already given to you to begin with. So, and you've done the work, you've really connected to your purpose, I think. That's what I hear, and really to follow that and go through and be vulnerable and ask for help as well, and as well to be grateful. So with that said, thank you so much, Olga, and thank you for you listening. I really do hope that you really got some inspiration and some good nuggets from Olga and our conversation, and everything obviously about how you get in contact with Olga and what she's doing and with her life now in Portugal will be in the notes. And for you, just maybe take a couple of these questions, maybe start to look at your life and see maybe everything is in your astrology chart too. And go there and just embrace the resilience and the challenges that come to you in your life. So thank you so much for your time and listening, and we will come back with a new inspiring woman and guest. And thank you again, Olga.
Thank you very much, Jessica.